Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. How do we become pure, y'all? How do we become pure, family? You must. I repeat, you must. I must. We must. We must all turn to Yahweh and Him alone. There is no God beside Him. There is no Savior beside Him. I don't give a damn what your pastor, your elder taught. I don't care whether they are Hebrew or Gentile, whatever. If they are telling you that there is somebody else right next to the Father who is also the Father and the Son and supposed to be two different forms of God, I'm telling you, don't listen to them. They have been deceived. The Most High God is a stand-alone entity. Yeah, He got a lot of heavenly hosts, okay? He created them. But there is no deity, no man, no half deity. There's nobody anywhere who's even remotely close in status or power of the Most High God. I want you to hit that like button on your way in the door to help this video leapfrog into the algorithm so that some of our other broskies can see this. Our brothers need to hear this, y'all. Shout out to all the bros up in here. We got brother J.R. Meadows in the house. We got Joshua the Levite in the house. We got King David in the house. And I'm going to read all y'all comments. Y'all know how we do around here. We read all comments, y'all. Hit the like button as you come through the door. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk. And this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. That's all we doing over here, y'all. We trying to give it, as they say, the good old college try. We giving it out, good old college try. An attempt at righteousness. We attempting to be righteousness. Attempting to be righteous. And I said I was going to do it. You know what? Maybe, Most High willing, when this weekend comes around, we'll do a live about the mercy of the Most High. Not the way they taught it to us in Christianity or Catholicism, because it's all the same. I see we got Hazel Wizards in the house. What's going on, Hazel? Good to see all of y'all up in here. Y'all know we're going to read all comments. We just like to give it like 10 minutes or so, because YouTube does not like to send out notifications. And around here, the motto is, or should I say, one of the many mottos is, no Hebrew left behind. So we always wait a couple of minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because we know YouTube likes to flag videos, shadow ban videos, hide videos, and stuff like that. But it's all good, because whoever needs to see this is going to see this. And I can feel the power. Hey, y'all, you know what? I'm telling y'all, I know all of us, look, all across the board, all of these channels, right? Whether it's, see, because we got a lot of heavy hitters, y'all. We got so many heavy hitters on this channel, men and women who are heavy hitters, y'all. And some of y'all, I just gotta get y'all on my other apparatus when we go on live so I can give y'all wrenches. But all of us, right? When I say us, I'm talking about King David, Hazel Woods, Joshua the Levite, J.R. Meadows, and whoever else is up in here. Everybody's not saying nothing. We got a lot of big guns and heavy hitters over here, and we know how big guns do sometimes. You might have had a long day. You might be tired. You might be getting your grub on, getting your snack on, getting your drink on. You may be exercising, working out, going for a walk, whatever. Or you might just feel like chilling. Sometimes when you a big gun, a heavy hitter, sometimes you just lay low in the cut. But when the drama or the static kick off, them hitters, they always pull up. And right now, for the time being, we just gonna keep it spiritual for now. But at some point, the people who come against the nation, they will get hands and feet put all over them at some point. I can't tell nobody when this is gonna happen. I can't tell nobody what to do or when to do. The mighty one of Jacob will instruct us. Okay? Like the Messianics used to always like to say, it's spiritual, This time it's actually spiritual. And you know what's making me feel so good? See, y'all know, here I go, I'm getting revved up. When I get around y'all niggas, the energy. See, I got a million thoughts racing through my mind right now, and it's because I can feel the energy from the chosen ones. Whether y'all making comments or not, I feel the spiritual power in this chat. Y'all, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I am not making this up. I am not going to come on here and get myself BK'd by the Most High God just for talking stupid and bearing false witness. When I tell y'all, I can feel y'all spirits in here. Y'all, I've been saying it before. We are more than what we think we are. I've been saying it for months. Even though we don't even realize it for real, myself included. Some of us can do things. Whoever you are out there, you know who you are. Wherever you are. Some of us have talents. Some of us have abilities that you would say, if you were to tell somebody, they'll be like, man, you can't do that. Man, she can't do that. That's only on TV, only in the movies. Like reading people's minds, feeling people's spirits, telekinesis, when people can move things without touching them. I'm telling y'all, this world is nothing like what they told us, y'all. And because we are turning back to the Most High and Him only with all our heart, mind, and soul. So because of that, He's putting a certain kind of spirit on us, in us, a certain kind of frequency and vibration where I'm telling y'all, that one of the things I wanted to say, there's a lot of us on this channel. If you don't have it already, at some point, you're going to have spiritual power. Look, and I'm not talking about when the kingdom of heaven comes in. I'm talking about on this side right now, in these bodies that you in right now. See, the church, we're going to talk about so-called church. The church did a number on us, fam. They dumbed us down, told us everything. It's witchcraft, that's witchcraft, And I'm telling you, I'm understanding it more and more and more and more and more. The Most High has circled the wagons in the nation, and He's been using the online space as one of the places to do it. We got the brothers out there on the street bringing it out. You got people on the internet bringing it out. You got people, it's probably people out there who don't make videos. They don't go on the street. It's probably a Hebrew Israelite out there somewhere who's a blogger, and all they do is blog and write articles and bring out the truth that way. I'm telling y'all, we don't know them because, well, I don't know any bloggers, but I'm saying the Most High is not going to leave any stone unturned. This is the real deal awakening that's going on. And when the Most High steps in the house, for real, at some point there will be supernatural things going on, signs and wonders, okay, great and small. I've already seen, y'all, I've seen so many signs and wonders in the last 10 to 11 months, y'all. Dare I say it was downright magical. Can't make none of this stuff up, y'all. Been followed by UFOs, y'all, so-called UFOs, all kind of stuff, y'all. I cannot make none of this up. Why am I bringing all this stuff up? Because like the Messianics say, it's spiritual. It ain't never been more spiritual, fam. We, at some point, there's going to be somebody in the nation, okay? They are going to pop out. I don't know what it is they're going to do. I don't know when they're going to do what they're going to do. Only the Most High God knows. But at some point, y'all, there's going to be somebody in the nation of Israel. They're going to perform basically a sign and a wonder, a so-called miracle. And look, we already know most of our brothers and sisters, we love them, but most of the Israelites, they are not ready. I said this before too. Most of our people, they're okay with reading about supernatural things. They're okay with reading about spiritual events as long as it stays in a book. The very second that the spiritual realm crosses over into the physical realm, where you can be physically touched, most of our people run for the hills. Can you only imagine right now if you was to see an Old Testament only Hebrew out there calling fire down from heaven, destroying our enemies? You know what a lot of our people would say? That's witchcraft. I can't make this up, y'all. Why am I saying all that? Because I want y'all to understand what a number these people, the church, the Pope, I want you to know what a number they have done on your psyche. Completely destroyed your brain, mine too. Made you think that looking in the stars, looking at the sky, somehow looking at the stars in the sky that the Most High created, somehow I'm evil for doing that. These people are so afraid of us tapping into these things. I'm telling you, and I already know because I've heard crazy stuff before. I'm talking months and months and months ago. People would say, "Oh, he's doing witchcraft, sorcery." On this channel, we despise witchcraft. We despise sorcery. But we do want, pray for, and believe in strongly spiritual power from the Most High God. And you can call it whatever you want. Some people are going to call it righteous witchcraft. And I know y'all, somebody out there, you want to crucify me right now. You know what? Not my problem. I deal with reality. You can call it what you want. Because I already know the very minute that somebody out there sees somebody perform some kind of supernatural event, they're going to say, look, he doing voodoo, this is evil, And we brought this out like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago when Moses had the showdown in Egypt with his staff. He threw down his staff. Them other niggas said, man, that ain't nothing, nigga. We can do that too. They threw their staffs down too. I said it before, y'all. Power is power. Period. Power is power. If you wicked, you're going to use your power for wickedness because you're wicked. But a righteous man will take that same power. Power is not wicked. It's the person wielding the power. Power comes from Yahweh. Yahweh creates good and evil. Power is power. Uncle Moses, we know what side of the power he was using. The righteous power. The niggas in Egypt who said, hey, nigga, we can do that too. Yeah, you can because you got power too. You just on the other side, the wicked side. You're wicked. So you using the power for wickedness. Do you see this? Y'all, we have to understand that, y'all. And I know that may be breaking somebody's heart out there right now. You ready to rip your shirt off right now. Keep your shirt on, Hebrew. Understand, I'm trying to get you to remember who you are. Because you know what? Your ancestors, there was at some point, our forefathers knew this. Things like casting lots. Y'all familiar with casting lots? Look, one of our brothers, Israel Kingdom of Saints, that brother is going in. And I'm going to tell y'all, people can say what they want to say about this brother, right? Because I already know y'all know how Israelites are. That's witchcraft, that's sorcery. How long have we been saying on this channel that we know that something is missing? We know we either had stuff written down in books to tell us how to do certain things, or it was just passed down by word of mouth. Either way, we knew that stuff existed. We knew we had been cut off from it. But you know what? Uncle Daniel said knowledge would increase, and it is increasing. Just like I yearned in my heart for an Old Testament only camp, I yearned for that thing in my heart, in my spirit, y'all, for months. And then suddenly GOZ appeared. Are y'all hearing me? I'm trying to get y'all to feel me, fam. And then also now for the last couple of weeks and months, I've been praying to the Most High that he gives every one of us on this channel who Old Testament only, Torah only, Tanakh only, Yahweh only. I've been praying that the Most High blesses us all with spiritual power, and that he shows us how to use it for righteousness' sake. I've been praying that for weeks, dare I say months. And I'm telling you, y'all, I can feel it in my bones. We are very close. When I say we, I'm talking about the nation. Maybe not necessarily me, you, or it might be some of you right here. Maybe it will be me. I've been praying to the Most High that all of us on this channel, not just on this channel, that all of the people who serve Yahweh and him only, that he blesses us all with spiritual powers, and that he shows us how to use it for righteousness' sake. I've been praying that, y'all. And I'm telling you, never more than a time than now can I actually see with my eyes. And I'm talking my physical eyes and my spiritual eyes. I see that spiritual power from the Most High is attainable. And then you know what? The only ones who gonna be able to do this, y'all, is the Old Testament only Hebrews, y'all. No New Testament people are going to be able to do. Every so often, y'all, at least for the last 12 months, we've had at least 2 or 3 spiritual graduations on this channel, y'all. I can feel it. I know I'm not alone. I know that some of y'all can sense it. You can smell it. You can feel it. We are getting ready to have another spiritual graduation soon. I don't know exactly when, but it's going to be soon. I can feel it, and I know somebody else out there can feel it too. I've been praying for weeks, dare I say months, for spiritual powers for us all, and for the Most High to show us how to use this thing. And I'm telling y'all, tune into this brother, Israel Kingdom of Saints. This brother, it seems like he's just like GOZ appeared. After I was yearning in my heart, literally, y'all, praying in my heart. Not actually praying verbally, but my spirit was yearning and praying. See, y'all, prayer is deep. Prayer is much more deeper than what the Pope in the church wanted us to know. But let me read these comments, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the Pope. And where is he now? What's going on with him right now? We're going to read it. J.R. Meadows says, rejoice, my people. What's good, brother J.R. Meadows? Always a pleasure to see you, broski. Hope all is well, brother. Good to see you, man. We got Joshua the Levite. And Joshua the Levite says the Pope is dead. All praises to the Most High alone. That's right. Bring it out, Bring it out, Joshua the Levite. We got King David. Y'all know what? We got them hitters up in here. We got them warriors. Y'all, that warrior spirit is up in here in this chat. I can feel y'all physical warriors, spiritual warriors. At some point, hopefully somebody in this chat, in this live stream, hopefully one day can, Most High willing, bring down fire from heaven on our enemies, y'all, in the sight of many people, and take them O-U-T out. And I don't mean to dinner, nigga. Yeah, this is not Christianity. In fact, we are shattering Christianity and Catholicism. Those things are things of the past. It's over for them. That's why this Pope is dead. Oh, this thing is deep and it's heavy. Church is dead. The Church of Rome, it's over. Christian church, over. Messianics, over. Your boss just died. And this goes much more deeper than just this guy passing away. Your ways are passing away. Your lies are passing away. The grip that you have on God's people is finished. And pretty soon, your ass is going to be grass, nigga. Read. King David says 2025 going to be a wild, wild year. Especially around that demonic heavy time, Christmas, them cold, dark months. Watch. All praises to the Most High God, King David. I definitely can see that. And what a wonderful and beautiful thing it's going to be. That's right. This is not the I love my enemy channel. Absolutely not. I love my enemy. I love him, all right. Love to get rid of him once and for all. Joshua the Levite says, at Mr. Real Talk, Tav X. And a Tav X to you, Brother Joshua the Levite. Good to see you. Y'all know what's so funny though, y'all, and it's so heartwarming as I'm just going down these live chat comments. Everybody I see in here is a straight up zealot. We a bunch of zealots, y'all. We are a bunch of zealots. And you know what? I don't know exactly what date, what time, but I know y'all can feel it. Somebody out, I'm talking to somebody out there. Spiritual power is on the way. It is on the horizon, y'all. And I'm telling you, I never thought that I would see that. I never thought that I would smell that. I see it and I smell it. Spiritual power is on the horizon, y'all. And I can't even freaking believe that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, y'all. Can't make none of this up. Hazelwood says, hello, Mr. Real Talk and family. The Most High mercy endureth forever. Repent and seek his face. Obey his commandments and live. Heart-loving emoji. That's right. Now that is words of wisdom if I've ever heard it before. Repent, y'all, and seek his face, obey his commandments, and live. Why you still got a chance, y'all. You don't want to end up like the Pope. 88 years old, the Pope has left the physical realm. Where is he right now? Well, I want everybody to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'm getting ready to read to you what the Pope and all of his friends at the church thought it was neat to take out and hide from everybody. Oh, we getting ready to read it. I'm getting ready to read to you what is happening to the Pope while we right here on live. We're going to read what's happening to the Pope right now. Somebody out there, you're going to love this. You're going to be edified by this, and you're going to love this. And this is going to make somebody smile out there when you hear what's happening to the Pope right now. We're going to read it. King David, and he says, today this gonna be good. So I'm blocking all people who trying to switch the topic over being wicked, not playing them games today. We getting through this today. Tav X once again. That's right. Hey, King David, you know what? It's funny you say that, bruh. It's funny you say that, bruh. Because I actually already said to myself today, you know what? I'm not giving nobody the benefit of a doubt. I'm not working with nobody. I'm not doing none of that today. Anybody comes in here pushing blood drinking, I'm jumping down their throat with both feet. Okay? And they could get blocked. They can get whatever. And definitely, I'm telling y'all right now, right? I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm pissed. Okay? I I'm I'm pissed. And with the Pope, when I say the Pope, I'm talking about all of them, including this one. They all the same. Ain't no difference. All of them. The church, all of them. The religions, all of them. I'm sick and disgusted about what they did to the nation of Israel. I can't even go into all of the atrocities that these rat bastards did. Despicable is too clean of a word. I was already thinking to myself, though, I'm not working with nobody. I'm not gonna give nobody the benefit of the doubt. Anybody comes in here pushing blood drinking, I'm jumping down their throat with both feet. And I'm letting y'all know right now, I didn't really plan on it. Not like I ever really planned on it, but there could be some rough language involved because I'm pissed about all the lies and the deception and the foolery that this filthy, stinking church and Pope have done to my people. I'm fed up. So if anybody comes in here defending this nigga, defending any of these niggas, the idol, the church, the Pope, any of them, I'm jumping down the throat with both feet. And there definitely could be very strong language involved. Just giving y'all a heads up. I like to give y'all a heads up if I can, because I know some of our people, they still haven't made it over their hurdle yet. Some of our people are still adverse to what you would call strong language. So I hope nobody comes in here with their blood drinking stuff, because I have zero tolerance and I'm not playing at all. And here we go. Earth Healing Angel. What's going on, fam? Earth Healing Angel, and she goes, Shalom, brother Mr. Real Talk and Mishpachah. Well, shalom to you, Earth Healing Angel. Always good to see you up in here. Always good to see you up in here. I'm telling y'all, I can feel the spiritual power in the live chat. It would be something if one of y'all in here at some point had the power to bring down fire from heaven, or to cause wild beasts to attack our enemies. I'm telling you, the Most High don't change, y'all. King David says, facts. Sometimes a lion let a juicy buffalo walk by with no attention to hunt just on chill mode. And this nigga, if I wasn't hungry, you wouldn't be walking past me. Facts. Hey, you right, King David. You are absolutely right. That's how I go, ain't it? King David says, bro who teach the land, he be showing glimpse of him using, he one of them ones who know it. Ain't wicked, and people were saying he was doing video editing. You talk about the young brother, what's his name? He used to call himself Young Moray. I think that's who you're talking about. Lil Moray or Young Moray. He changed his name now. I think his name is Ayab or Ayab. Ayab. Young brother. He made that video about casting lots, right? I think that's what you're talking about. King David says, that's our stuff. He said, use it, don't worship, like Young Pharaoh and Brother Polite ass niggas, wicked ass niggas version. Exactly. It's a difference between worshiping something and using something as a tool. But see, because of people like the Pope and the church, they told you everything is wicked. Because you know what the church knew? You know what the Pope knew? That one day God's children are going to wake up. And when they start figuring this kind of stuff out, guess what the Pope know? Guess what they know at the Vatican? The Vatican know exactly who we are. Guess what? I wouldn't be surprised if niggas from the Vatican watch Old Testament only Hebrew videos. I kid you not. I would not be surprised if there are not cardinals, priests, deacons, bishops, whatever these niggas call themselves, in Rome at the Vatican on YouTube watching Old Testament only Hebrew Israelite videos. I would not be surprised, y'all. Look, this is not far-fetched at all. Y'all don't know who you dealing with, y'all. If you think these people ain't watching us, they know who the real ones are. They like, no. If they figure this stuff out, if they figure out that they got spiritual power, no. We got to tell them that everything is voodoo and witchcraft and evil. Even though they can read the scriptures and see people in the Old Testament doing all kind of miraculous things. Can't make this up, y'all. J.R. Meadows says, rejoice, my Hebrews FBA family. That's right. Always good to see you in here, brother J.R. Meadows. And shout out to the FBA family in here. Shout out to the FBA that's in America and scattered abroad. Okay? Whose true identity is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. FBA. Hey, y'all, do you know how fearful America would be? Sound confirmation. Do y'all know how afraid America would be if they knew that they had the southern kingdom of Israel in slavery? Yeah, they would just give up the ghost just off of GP, being so afraid because they know what that means. Time to die. Once that information goes all the way live, mainstream, people are going to be giving up the ghost, y'all, because they're going to be so afraid. They know what has to happen to them. Once they are aware of what they've done to you and who you are, your real identity, they're going to automatically know it's time to die. Oh, yeah. Just like this Pope. Y'all think that the Pope didn't know? The Pope played his hand all the way to the end, though, and now we get ready to read what's happening to that nigga. J.R. Meadows says, appreciate you, champ. Hey, brother J.R. Meadows, I appreciate you, brother. And I appreciate every man and woman, older, younger person in here. Whether you're on the live or the playback, I appreciate all of y'all. And I love all of y'all. Abiah says, Shalom, Mr. Real Talk, and Shalom, family. A good Shalom to you, Abiah, and Shalom to every one of yous. That's right, every one of yous in the Chizak. Much love, Abiah. Much love to everybody in the Chizak. Y'all know I love y'all. Earth Healing Angel says, at brother Mr. Real Talk, zeal for your father's house. Sometimes the strong language get the point across. Earth Healing Angel, I thank you so much, my dear. Earth Healing Angel, I thank you for saying that. Because I know I feel that way, but it hits different and it hits hard when a woman who worships Yahweh and Yahweh only not only feels that way, but says it publicly. Earth Healing Angel, that comment right there is a very healing comment. And I thank you for that. It helps me and it helps whoever else it helps out there. Probably somebody else in here right now or on the playback. I told y'all I can feel y'all spirit, right? And I'm not just saying that just to say that. I told y'all the Most High made me extremely spiritually sensitive, all right? I'm not making this up, man. Earth Healing Angel, maybe you do know it. I don't know. Maybe you don't know it, but you probably do. You are a healer. You are a natural born healer, Earth Healing Angel. You got that healing spirit on you. Physically, spiritually. I'm telling y'all, get ready, y'all. Because I can feel that spiritual graduation with, I feel like we already in the midst of it. We haven't gotten another cap and gown yet, but we are in the midst of, like, I don't even know what you would call the study, call the class. Not one video, but just like videos and videos and videos and coming together, talking and learning and reading. Our level is elevated. Not because we just some geniuses or something, but because we are diving in with both feet into the Most High and Him only. And the Most High is rewarding us by shining His light on us, by giving us wisdom, by making things that we could not understand before. Now all of a sudden we understand it. You go looking for one thing to understand, and by default, you understand that. So now you understand 3 other things on top of that. Because you know what I'm learning out? And I know some of y'all probably see this too. Certain things you are not able to learn unless you learn something that before that. Like the Most High God sets the curriculum, all right? Certain things we are not going to understand unless we understand certain other things before. And only the Most High God knows what He wants us to know right now, how He wants us to know it. He's setting it up perfectly. Can't make none of this stuff up, y'all. Spiritual power is coming, y'all. And look, don't be afraid, y'all. Do not let the Roman Church, the Catholics, the Christians, the Messianics, people, of course, they're going to say you're doing voodoo. They're going to say, oh, this is witchcraft, Ak. You're a warlock. You're a wizard, Ak. Sister, you are a witch. Of course, they're going to say all kind of stuff like that. They get that crap from the Pope, from the church. You guys do know the Pope and the church is the ones who decided to remove all these so-called books that you won't look at now. The reason why people look at us on this channel funny, because we read all these books that the Pope and the church said don't read. You know why? We don't give a fuck about the church or the Pope. Neither one of them ain't shit. And they're all going into slavery. Did you know that? Yeah. Church is going into slavery, just like you put us into slavery. Oh, yeah. It's going to be brutal, too. And guess what? I know what that means. They're going to flag my video. They're going to shadow ban, demonetize. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You're going into slavery. Listen up, all you Catholics, all you high-ranking bishops and whatever the hell you niggas call yourself over there in the Vatican. I would not be surprised if these people in the Vatican, I wouldn't be surprised if they know every one of us by name, y'all. It's not too many people that worship the Most High God and Him only. You think it's hard for them to figure out who we are? You do know that they're one of the richest organizations on planet Earth. The Vatican is its own city. They're filthy, stinking rich because they stole all your shit. And then they told you to go drink blood and eat a nigga's body and love, love, love. Fuck all that sucker shit. We sick of that shit and we putting that fucking bullshit to rest. And it ain't gonna rest in peace neither. Fuck that shit. Give a fuck about these fucking heathens. Stole all our shit. Brainwashed our people. Brain fucked the shit out of us. Our people minds. It's a miracle that we can even come to the understanding that we have already, y'all. Just the fact that we can understand what we do already, that is enough to praise the Most High God, y'all. But a lot of y'all out there, you don't even know because they told you it was wicked. Some of y'all, I'm telling y'all, some of y'all got supernatural powers that would just come naturally to you if you knew that you could do it. I told y'all, if we ride this all the way out with the Most High and we don't throw in the towel, basically what you're going to have is a superhero origin story. You're being turned into a superhero right now in live time. But just like most superheroes in the movie, they don't realize in the superhero origin story, usually the superhero doesn't know that they're becoming a superhero. Little things just start happening here and there, here and there, here and there along the way. And then you just look up one day and then they have that watershed event. Something big happens and it causes the superhero like ability to come out. See, you will never attempt, put it like this, and don't nobody try to get carried away, right? I'm using this as an example. The Most High God don't change. So you know what that means? That means he will still, even in 2025, there is a way. We might not know how to do it yet, but there is a way to tap into the Most High God if you're serving him and him alone. There is a way to tap into him at a time of need and bring down fire from heaven and put niggas to death who are trying to bring harm to you. But see, you got to understand that and you got to believe that. Why am I saying that? If Elijah didn't know that he could bring down fire from heaven, he wouldn't have been able to do it. If he didn't believe that Yahweh would do that for him, you think Yahweh would have did that? That means he wouldn't have had no faith. You think Yahweh would have been rocking with Elijah and brought down fire and killed niggas if he wasn't down with Elijah? But I'm telling you, the mindset. You will never be able to bring down fire from heaven and destroy your enemies if you think that something like that is impossible. Remember now, the kingdom of heaven is not here yet. Elijah did that in these same bodies that you and me got. Some way, somehow, he was able to tap in with the Most High God on the spot. When he was in trouble, he was like, oh, snap. 50 officers come to arrest me, beat me up, probably going to put me to death. And he was able to call down fire on the spot. Y'all have to understand this. Look, I got to understand this. I'm telling you, you got to understand this. I got to understand this. I guess this, you know what? This might be superhero training 101. Y'all do know we come from a long line of superheroes, right? Y'all do know on the low for real. King David is a superhero in the Bible. Y'all do know that, right? Moses is a superhero in the Bible. Y'all do know that, right? Samson, superhero. Elisha. I mean, y'all do understand that, right? We're going to have to stop being afraid of the spiritual realm, y'all. J.R. Meadow says, please believe it, bro. I love it. Fall, Babylon, fall. That's right. And fall it will. J.R. Meadow says, thumbs up, people, upon entering. Please. That's right. Hit that like button, y'all. Be getting ready to get into that reading, y'all. Shelly Watkins. What's going on, Shelly Watkins? Shelly Watkins says, Tav X, fam. A good old Tav X to you, Shelly Watkins. Good to see you here again and again and again. Shelly Watkins says, all praises to the Most High. Judgment is upon this world, and righteousness shall be restored. That's right. Bring it out, Shelly. That's right. Bring it out. Shelly Watkins says, at Earth Healing Angel, Shalom. King David says, laugh out loud. They gonna be like them giants. When they see a nigga on some marbles with bloodlust in their eyes, they gonna be like, yeah, it's over. It's over for, but let me go out with a bang. And some be like the one in the mountain, just standing to get deleted. Just stuck in fear, just waiting on it. Because they know what they did and can't lie. Laugh out loud. Hey, King David, every time I think about that one, that giant, he didn't even bother running. Like you said, he knew it was over. He knew that there was nowhere to run. And look, you know those giants, Those giants were very powerful. So for those giants to be that afraid, that show you. It told you those angels, they wasn't friendly, they wasn't nice, they wasn't interested in salvation. Those angels were straight up healers. Oh, the Most High got his own spiritual cartel, and they are a billion, a zillion times worse than whatever you think somebody can do to you in this world. You ain't seen nothing yet. Look, we read yesterday, sound confirmation, revelation of a Zephaniah. Zephaniah said he saw 5,000 angels, like giving some sinner the business in the spiritual realm. 5,000 angels giving some wicked nigga the business in the spirit realm. I'm telling y'all, you think the spirit realm is a joke if you want. We get ready to read it, y'all. But we got to read all these comments and chop it up with the family, because that's what we do. Earth healing angel. Face, fuchsia, flower shape. Face, fuchsia, flower shape. Face, fuchsia, flower shape. You are correct. I'm a practitioner by profession. Look at this. You know what? Look at this, y'all. I cannot make this up. How can I know this? You are correct. I'm a practitioner by profession. Yah has called me to heal. Thank you for confirming. Do y'all see this? I cannot make this up. No, earth healing angel. You are a natural born healer. Thank you for being you, because I can feel that in your spirit. I've been saying that. Thank you for confirming that what I'm feeling in my spirit is also correct. Y'all see this? This is why it's all about brotherhood and sisterhood. Sister Earth Healing Angel said that I just confirmed to her, but she confirmed to me. And also, hopefully, maybe to you guys and gals, when I tell y'all, I can feel y'all spirit. When I told you that Earth Healing Angel is a natural born healer and that I can feel it, she's a healer. And then she says that, and letting y'all know I'm not making this up. That is actually a small sign and a wonder right there. Or depending on who you are, how you look at it, it could be a big sign and a wonder. It's definitely a nice, sizable sign and a wonder to me, because I know I can see that with my spiritual eyes and I can feel it with my spiritual fingers and hands. But Earth Healing Angel confirmed it to me with her words. Y'all see that? This is why we like to go live, y'all. We having real live miracles. Believe it or not, this is just a small spark amongst all of us of spiritual power, y'all. But believe it or not, y'all, like I said, some of y'all right here on this live chat, you got abilities. Some of y'all out, believe it or not, probably got the abilities. You probably actually could lay your hands on somebody in the name of Yahweh and cause them to be better. Healing or something like that. I'm telling y'all. We gonna see though. Shout out to Earth Healing Angel though. Amazing. Can't make none of this up. Joshua the Levite says, Shalom to the chat. Love my brothers and sisters. Israel is my fam. That's right. That's right, brother Joshua the Levite. And you know what's so good? I know that everybody in this live chat right now, whether you comment or not, I can feel the presence of a lot of mighty ones in here. And I know this to the people who commented in here, as well as to the people who have not commented. I know that everybody in here can feel the love in the chat, as the Christians used to try to push on us. Love, 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 brother. Brother, don't talk about vengeance, brother. Love, brother. I don't care if I stole your land, brother. Just love. Don't worry about what's going to happen to me, brother. Brother, you're vengeful, brother. The love of Christ, brother. Love, love, love. That garbage. But right now, amongst us, we actually have love, 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 brother. Love, 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 sister. There's a time and a place for everything. And there is a time for love, love, love. We doing it right now. You know what? We almost have a time every live stream where it's a time for love, love, love. Not the way the Romans do it, though. Doing it their way get us put back into slavery. We ain't doing that shit no more. Earth Healing Angel says, at Brother Mr. Real Talk and all the family who have channels, I have an intuition of wisdom for you all to make backup channels in case YouTube put you in their prison. You know what, Earth Healing Angel? That is very true and correct. Glad you said that. A family, anybody watching this live stream or the playback, like the sister Earth Healing Angel said, if you do have a YouTube channel, go out and create a backup channel in case YouTube puts you in their prison or just deletes your channel. Because the closer we get to them losing all of their power, they're going to get more desperate. And the more desperate they get, you think they wouldn't love to separate all of us and scatter us? I guarantee you, it doesn't matter whose channel we on. Any one of us make a video, any one of us go live, and some of us go over there, there's a certain kind of energy and frequency that goes to that channel. The Hebrew Israelites who serve Yahweh and Him only, wherever we go, we bring our energy with us. It ain't like we trying to. It just is what it is. That energy follows us. So wherever we go, the energy gonna get turned up. And we have enemies out here, y'all. Lots of them. So any channel that they see us pop up on and gather on could be in jeopardy. So like the sister said, everybody make backup channels, y'all. And when you do, let us know your backup channel so we can subscribe. Speaking of backup channel, y'all, once this video uploads, I'm going to leave my backup channel. I'm going to leave the link in the comment section. And when I do, I want y'all to go over there and subscribe to that backup channel. Because they could come on here any day. They could come on here any day, you know what I'm saying? And the channel could be gone. It could be deleted. So we don't want that. Earth Healing Angel says, add Joshua the Levite, Shalom, and we love you more. That's right. Definitely love that brother. Joshua the Levite don't play no games. That brother is a zealot. Everybody on this channel is a zealot. I think that's one of the binding glues that brings us together. I'm starting to think that everybody who serves Yahweh and Him only, I'm starting to think that every one of us are zealots, y'all. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know. Hit that like button, Hebrew. Abiah says, Shalom, Joshua the Levite, we love you too. That's right. That's right, y'all. Love, love, love. J.R. Meadows says, Aaron Hall, laugh out loud. Don't be afraid. J.R. Meadows says, captivity coming. That's right. That's right, J.R. Meadows. Let them know captivity is coming. It's going to be brutal, too. Oh, we got the homie, Eli Barrows. Shout out to Eli Barrows. Eli Barrows says, Shalom, family. All praises to the Most High Power only. Brother Eli Barrows, good to see you, man. We got a lot of heavy hitters in the house this evening. Brother Eli Barrows coming from Angola. Shout out to the brother. Y'all, we are scattered into all nations, y'all. And wherever we are, y'all notice, wherever we are hearing the call and we all are coming back. Whoever hears that call, if the Most High calls somebody and they hear him, they're going to come back. And it's nothing that nobody can do about it, no matter where they are, who they are. They hear that call from the Most High and they decide they're going to accept the call. Nobody can stop somebody who is called by Yahweh. Eli Barrows again says, Shalom, family. All praises to the Most High Power. Only King. That's right. Once again, brother Eli Barrows, a pleasure to see you, bro. Always good to see you, man. King David says, now to think about it, healing. Remember, I dropped a video how y'all sent me all this healing stuff. I did not order, and the heathen giving me strength card plus healing. Yes, King David. I remember when you made that video. You know what? That was supernatural right there. You know what? That was a sign and a wonder. I do remember that video, King David. That was definitely miraculous. Yes. King David says, already have one. That's right. This is serious, y'all. King David says, got to be a step ahead if you are Torah only that do videos. Facts. Facts. And King David, if you want, you can drop your backup channel link in this live chat, or you can go to the video, any one of the videos when they upload, drop it there. Look, anybody who's watching this live, or if you watch on the playback, if you have a YouTube channel, that means you got one channel. Go out and make you up a backup channel, and then come and share that link on my latest videos in the comment section. And you can share more than once, because we need to have backup channels just in case YouTube gets slick. So like I said, once this video uploads, y'all, I'm gonna go to the comment section. I'm gonna post a link to my the name of my channel. My backup channel is called Dry Bones Resurrection. So Dry Bones Resurrection is my backup channel. I'm gonna leave a link to that in the comment section when this video uploads. King David says, already subscribed. I forgot about it until she brought it up. Good looking, King David. Yeah, we gotta make sure we do that, y'all. Because the closer we get to the downfall of this place, they're getting more and more desperate, y'all. King David says she came in clutch, bringing that up. Strength emoji 100. Yeah, she did. See, this is why we like to go live, y'all. This is why we like to go live. And look, not only did she come in clutch, that was super clutch how she came in, by the way, like you said, King David. And she's also, that is a form of healing. Trying to keep our YouTube family together by encouraging people to create a backup channel. That is a form of healing. Healing is about helping. And I knew that from day one. I knew that from day one, Earth Healing Angel was a natural healer. And I could feel it. And she confirmed it, telling me what she do for a living. This is great, y'all. Spiritual power is coming soon, y'all. Coming sooner than later, y'all. And see, we can't be afraid of this, y'all. Because neither us, our parents, grandparents, great-great-grandparents, nobody living on planet Earth right now has ever seen what spiritual power looks like under the Most High and Him alone. There's not a nigga living on Earth right now who's seen those things. And it's only fitting and it's only right that it would be the Old Testament only Hebrews in these end times to bring that knowledge back out and to also bring forth spiritual powers given to them by the Most High God in the end times to defend ourselves and to bring pain to our enemies. Oh yeah, this is not love when it comes to the enemies. Oh no. That's another reason why they don't want you to know about spiritual power. They want you to think it's all evil. Because they know if you get spiritual power, guess what's going to happen? Somebody going to get put to death out here. And you think they don't know that? You think them niggas don't know that? Earth Healing Angel says, all praise to the Most High. That's right. I'm telling y'all, I'm so happy to be amongst y'all. I'm so happy to be amongst y'all. And now let's go and read. What we gonna read? We're gonna read what is happening to the Pope right now. Not only the Pope, this Pope that just passed away, all the other popes too, all the other bishops and cardinals and people who put together the church. I don't care what religion it is. All religions are a part of the Church of Rome. The Pope is the leader, period. That's the presiding pastor over IUIC, GMS, WFI, every other Messianic, every other Christian church. The Pope is the head pastor. And now he's dead. Just like your fake God and your fake Savior, JC, dead. Catholics, Messianics, Christians, your hope is finished. It's over. You're done. You had a nice long ride. You guys do know Pope Nicholas V basically is like the OG of engineering the transatlantic slave trade. You do know that, right? Pope Nicholas V wrote the first of many papal bulls, which he, by so-called divine order, has authority, and he gave authority to all Catholics, all Europeans who wanted in. He gave them all authority under the authority of church to go worldwide, in any country, any land that you see, that you find that is not governed by a Christian and owned by a Christian. Take that land from that person and take that person and put him into slavery. And if you want to, you can put him to death. Just do whatever it takes to turn a profit off of them. Seize all of their movable and immovable objects. And you think we supposed to care if this nigga passed away? The fuck out of here. All popes are guilty of this shit. They're all in on it together. So this nigga that passed away, he just went to join all the other rat bastards. All of them. We're going to read where all the popes at right now. All of the wicked Catholic Christian leaders who are leading millions and millions and millions of God's chosen people astray. We're getting ready to read what's going on with them. Earth Healing Angel says, yes, he gave permission to drive the slave trade. That's right. That's right. So don't ask me about having compassion for these niggas. None of them. Earth Healing Angel says, and their first slave ship was called JC. Yes, it was. Earth Healing Angel. Earth Healing Angel dropping wisdom and knowledge in here today. That's right. Earth Healing Angel is doing what Earth Healing Angel does. Coming in here with that knowledge, with that healing spirit. I'm telling y'all, everybody in here, y'all are so much more powerful than even what you know. And you might know that you're powerful. I'm talking to all of y'all. Some of y'all do know that you're powerful. I know that you're powerful. But a lot of y'all, most of y'all, you're more powerful than what you even know. Because like I said, you're not going to be able to call down fire from heaven if you don't know that you can. If you don't believe that you can do it. Look, just like this. Let's take the superheroes example, because that's what you're becoming. Superman. Before he knew he could fly, he couldn't fly. It was only once he knew that he could fly that he did fly. Do you see what I'm saying? Look at Uncle Moses when he opened the Red Sea. Uncle Moses already knew what he could do. If you niggas seen somebody do something like that today, you would say, that's evil, That's witchcraft, that's sorcery, I know that's what people would be saying. Abiyah says, there are Catholic churches that have slave prisons below the church. Bring it out, Abiyah. Let them know, Abiyah. Let them know. And, hey, yo, everybody on this channel, y'all are so smart. Like I said, y'all, sometimes I'm literally in awe of the family members that we got on this channel. All of y'all bring something unique to the table. Powerful, too. Shelley Watkins says, they will reap what they sow. The world shall bow down before Yahweh. That's right. Let them know, Shelley Watkins. Bring it out. And now, without further ado, I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer, but we getting ready to read what's going on with that Pope right now. And to find that out, we're going to go to the Apocrypha, right? Check this out. We're going to the Apocrypha, but this is not in your regular Apocrypha, and you want to know why? Would you like to know why this is not in your regular Apocrypha? First of all, would you like to know why the Apocrypha is not in your King James Bible today? Because the Roman Catholic Church said, take that out. In 1885, the church, under the direction of the Pope, who else? The Pope is the one who runs the church. Understand that. We don't give a fuck about none of them. All right? The Pope and the church is the same thing. They've taken great pride in destroying the children of Israel. And now, payback is going to be beautiful. But these demons took out the regular Apocrypha in 1885. But then they went a step further. In your Apocrypha that you have, most of you, I'm sure some of you might know, but I know a lot of you, you only think that the Apocrypha comes in the King James Version. What you don't know is the Apocrypha has multiple versions. And you know why they did that? Because they're trying to hide something. In the KJV Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra chapter 70, in the KJV Apocrypha, listen to this, y'all. In the King James Version Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra chapter 7 ends at verse 70. It's either 69 or 70. I want to say 70. Do you know there's a whole nother version of the Apocrypha called the RSV, in which there are 70 more verses that are supposed to be on there? 2nd Ezra chapter 7 is supposed to have 140 verses, y'all. Do y'all hear what I'm telling you? Y'all don't hear me. I want somebody to hear and understand what I'm saying, fam. Do y'all understand that? 2nd Ezra chapter 7 in its entirety has 140 verses. But in the King James Version, which is the only version that most people think the Apocrypha is in, it only has 70 verses because they chopped off the back 70. Sound confirmation. And look, we getting ready to read a little bit of it. We ain't going to read it all right now because it's too much. But we just going to read the part about what happens to people like the Pope. Because it ain't just the Pope. This goes for him and every nigga like him. We're going to read where they at right now and exactly what's going on with them niggas. Some of you prepare to be shocked, fam. And just know the reason why nobody knows this is because of bitch-ass niggas like the Pope and the fucking Roman Catholic Church. Sound confirmation, nigga. Earth Healing Angel says, wow. Yeah, Earth Healing Angel, wow is right, fam. Fam, when I found this out, I was irate. Don't ask me why I'm not showing no compassion for this nigga. And you shouldn't be either. I wish a blood-drinking, body-eating, Compassion for a demon ass nigga would come in this chat right now. Today we are doing zero tolerance policy. And you know what? Maybe that's why nobody is coming here with the bullshit. Maybe they know today ain't the day. And they are correct. Wrench gang is on deck, and you will get wrenched. And I'm ready to wrench niggas myself. And I'm actually ready to tear niggas a new spiritual hold because I'm pissed. All the lies. This is gonna blow y'all away. We're not gonna read it all. Listen to this though. Prepare to have your jaw drop, family. We're gonna start at verse 75. Listen to this. Your apocrypha ends in verse 70. How many people out there only thought that the apocrypha came in the King James Version? I know I did. It wasn't until I discovered this that I found out the apocrypha has multiple versions. I wonder what else are they hiding in there. So they're not gonna tell us everything. The Most High led me to this. I would say I so-called stumbled across this, but I didn't stumble across anything. The Most High led me to this. What else are they hiding right in the apocrypha? Yesterday we read the revelation of Zephaniah. Anybody who missed that live yesterday, go back and watch that. But right now, check this out. This is where your beloved Pope is at. This is where all of the popes are at. This is where all of the people who engineered the transatlantic slave trade and the Pacific slave trade. Don't think we don't know about that. I got to do a little more research into it, but that came out. There was a Pacific slave trade as well. Just like there was a sub-Saharan slave trade. Everybody who put their hands on us, your ass is grass. And guess what? When we get spiritual power, somebody gonna get put to death out there. That's why they don't want us to know this, y'all. That's why they try to train us that everything is witchcraft. Because they know once we get a handle on this thing and we actually figure it out, just like Uncle Elijah put his enemies to death, some of us gonna do the same damn thing. You think they don't know that? You think that the Pope don't know that? Oh boy, it's a beautiful feeling when I know what's getting ready to happen to these niggas. Listen to this. Right above verse 75, this is what it says in bold, a little bigger letters. State of the dead before judgment. I repeat, state of the dead before judgment. So right now, the Pope is dead. He passed away. He left the physical realm. In church, Christians would tell you, well, he's just dead, and now he's just going to lay there for hundreds of years or thousands of years until this demon named Christ comes back, which we know is a hoax perpetrated by the Pope and the Catholic Church. It's all the same gang, y'all. Working in cohorts with JC. It's all the same gang. All the same load of crap. State of the dead before judgment. Open your ears and listen to this. Because it tells you what's going to happen to the wicked people and the righteous. We ain't dealing with the righteous today. We only going to be talking about the wicked. Listen to this. You tell me who we talking about. Verse 75. I answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O Lord, show this also to thy servant. Wherever after death, as soon as every one of us yields up his soul, we shall be kept in rest until those times come when thou wilt renew the creation, or whether we shall be tormented at once. You see this? Ezra, the prophet from the Old Testament, he wanted to know the same thing a lot of us want to know. What happens when you die? And Ezra didn't want to hear no story about hundreds of years, thousands of years. Ezra wanted to know, as soon as you come about your body, what happens? Do y'all hear this? These are your records. This is why everybody's been so hard on you, telling you don't read this, don't read that. They wanted to do whatever it took to keep us away from reading stuff like this, to keep us away from reading stuff like Revelation of Zephaniah, to keep us away from reading stuff that would show us and help us how to regain spiritual power through the Most High. Y'all, do you see it? Do you see why they wanted to colonize not only your body, but your mind and your spirit as well? Listen to this. He answered me and said, I will show you that also, but do not be associated with those who have shown scorn, nor number yourself among those who are tormented. For you have a treasure of works laid up with the Most High, but it will not be shown to you until the last times. Now, concerning death, the teaching is, when the decisive decree has gone forth from the Most High that a man shall die. How about that? Did you know that? Whenever a human being dies, first a decisive decree goes forth. And that decree is, the Most High says, for whatever reason, I want that person off the earth. And that is a decisive decree. It ain't no yes, no, maybe so. It's decisive. When the decisive decree has gone forth from the Most High, not the devil, not JC, from the Most High, that a man shall die as the spirit leaves the body to return again to him who gave it. First of all, it adores the glory of the Most High. Do y'all hear that? That's the very first thing that's going to happen. Once that decisive decree is gone forth and the spirit leaves the body to return again to him who gave it, it says, first of all, it adores the glory of the Most High. That's the very first thing that every soul is going to do. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? Now here's where it gets juicy. And if it is one, brace yourselves. We're talking about people like the Pope. Listen, family. And if it is one of those who have shown scorn and have not kept the way of the Most High, and who have despised his law, and who have hated those who fear God, such spirits shall not enter into habitations, but shall immediately, no, a little while after, but shall immediately, a couple of weeks, a couple of days after they die, but shall immediately wander about in torments, ever grieving and sad in 7 ways. The first way, because they have scorned the law of the Most High. The second way, because they cannot now make a good repentance that they may live. The third way, they shall see the reward laid up for those who have trusted the covenants of the Most High. The fourth way, they shall consider the torment laid up for themselves in the last days. The fifth way, they shall see how the habitations of the others are guarded by angels in profound quiet. The sixth way, they shall see how some of them will pass over into torments. The seventh way, which is worse than all the ways that have been mentioned, because they shall utterly waste away in confusion and be consumed with shame, and shall wither with fear at seeing the glory of the Most High, before whom they sinned while they were alive, and before whom they are to be judged in the last times. Now you tell me that don't send chills up your spine. That is what is happening to the Pope right now. Sound confirmation. Did y'all just hear that sound confirmation? I don't care who you are, where you are. If you heard that sound confirmation after I told you, after we just read, that's what's happening to the Pope right now. My phone said, boo, boo, boo. That's sound confirmation. If you heard that, you got to go in the live chat. Let us know you heard that, fam. Do you see that? Abiyah says, wow, this is deep. Yes, Abiyah, this is so deep that the Pope and the Roman Church took this out of the Apocrypha. Y'all see how much they take out of our scriptures? They removed the Apocrypha. Then when they gave it back, they didn't even give it all back. They took out 70 verses in the King James Apocrypha, which most people only think that the Apocrypha comes in the King James, and that ain't by accident. They made it so we think like that. Second Ezra chapter 7 only has 70 verses in the KJV, but in the RSV, it has 140. Did y'all see this? Earth Healing Angel says, I heard the sound confirmation. You see that? This is not a game. Sound confirmation is to let y'all know that right now, as we're on this live, the Pope that just died, he has been immediately turned loose. Listen to this again. In 7 different ways, y'all. We're going to read this again, y'all, and then I'm going to let y'all go. I want y'all to understand, this is what's happening to people like the Pope, all of the popes. This is what they're doing right now. Until the end of days, they're going to be in a continual time loop because they're dead in the physical realm. When the Most High gets you in that spirit realm, he can do all kind of stuff to you. Shelley Watkins says, wow, it is such a glorious time to be alive and witness these moments. Yes, it is, Shelley Watkins. Hey, Shelley Watkins, I am just as wild as this by you. The very first time I read it, every single time I read this, I'm still wild. And most people understand this, family. Do y'all know that most people on planet Earth are never going to know this? They're never going to read this. They won't even read the regular Apocrypha. And this ain't even in the regular Apocrypha. They took this out. Y'all, if this wasn't true, you think they would have took this out? If this was not true, you think they would have took this out? I'm telling y'all, nobody can stop what's being revealed. Shelley Watkins again says, wow, it is such a glorious time to be alive and witness these moments. And Shelley Watkins, I consider myself blessed and privileged to be here with you and to be here with all of y'all as we are witnessing these things in live times. Shelley Watkins says, I heard it too. Talking about the sound confirmation. That's right, Shelley Watkins. Letting y'all know that, look, you can doubt this if you want to. This is where the Pope is right now. Abiyah says they want to hide what their fate is going to be and what the fate of all the wicked. Facts. And look, it says what's going to happen to the righteous when they die too. We've did it before, but we'll come back and do it again at another time. Right now, we're focusing on this devil, the Pope. Listen again, y'all. Now, concerning death, this is the teaching. When the decisive decree has gone forth from the Most High that a man shall die, as the spirit leaves the body to return again to him who gave it, first of all, it adores the glory of the Most High. That is the very first stop upon death. The very first thing your spirit gonna do, he gonna go adore the spirit of the Most High, the one who created him. And look at this. And if it is one of those who have shown scorn and have not kept the way of the Most High, last I checked, the Pope did not keep the way of the Most High. When he sent the children of Israel into slavery for hundreds and hundreds of years, that wasn't keeping the way of the Most High. When he taught people to drink blood and to eat bodies, that wasn't keeping the way of the Most High. So this is talking about the Pope right here. As the Spirit leads the body to return again to him who gave it, first of all, it adores the glory of the Most High. And if it is one of those who have shown scorn and have not kept the way of the Most High, like the Pope, and who have despised his law, like the Pope, and who have hated those who fear God, like the Pope. Does not the Pope hate the children of Israel? Did not every single Pope hate the 12 tribes of Israel? That's why they stole all our shit and put us into slavery. I thought so. And who have hated those who fear God. Such spirits shall not enter into habitations, but shall immediately wander about in torments. That's where the Pope is right now, ever since he passed away hours ago. Immediately wandering in torments, whatever that means. I know I don't want to find out. I know that much. And it says, ever grieving and sad. Do you know what it means to ever grieve? Think about every pope that's ever went into the spirit realm. Think about every demon that's ever went to the spirit realm who've done the Israelites wrong. Whether they went to the spirit realm 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, they're ever grieving and sad. They've been in the spirit realm for thousands of years, grieving and sad. Do you know how heavy it is on somebody when you are grieving? Can you imagine being able to grieve for 2,000 years, 3,000 years? Because in the spirit realm, you're still alive. It says, and sad in 7 ways. The first way, because they have scorned the law of the Most High, just like the Pope. The second way, because they cannot now make a good repentance that they may live, just like the Pope. The third way, they shall see the reward laid up for those who have trusted the covenants of the Most High. Right now, the Pope is in the spirit realm looking at what the Most High only Israelites are going to have. The fourth way, they shall consider the torment laid up for themselves in the last days. You know what the Pope's saying to himself right now? Damn it, I fucked up. I'm scared to death. I'm completely confounded. And he is thinking about the torment that he's going to face in the last days. Y'all, if that don't make you feel good, I don't know what does. The fourth way, they shall consider the torment laid up for themselves in the last days. This is one of the reasons why they're going to be ever grieving and sad. Because whether that's for a week or thousands of years that you've been dead, you're going to just be thinking about the torment laid up for yourselves. And that is torture alone. The fifth way, they shall see how the habitations of the others, Most High only Israelites, are guarded by angels in profound quiet. Do you see that? If we stay faithful to the Most High, when we go into the spirit realm, we are going to have habitations that are going to be guarded by angels in profound quiet. While niggas like the Pope, he don't get to have no habitation. He get to walk around scared, sad, and terrified out of his fucking mind. That makes me smile. The fifth way, they shall see how the habitations of the others are guarded by angels in profound quiet. The sixth way, they shall see how some of them will pass over into torments. They're going to get little previews and snapshots of their own coming torments. That's what the Pope is doing right now. The Pope is watching YouTube shorts, prophetic YouTube shorts in the spirit realm about how he's going to get gripped a new one. If that don't make you smile, I don't know what will. The seventh way, which is worse than all the ways that have been mentioned. Now, just think about that. we mentioned some pretty terrible stuff, but the seventh way is worse than them all, because they shall utterly waste away in confusion. I don't even know if I fully comprehend what that looks like. To utterly waste away in confusion and be consumed with shame. They're going to be so confused and so embarrassed to a level that we can't understand right now. And shall wither with fear at seeing the glory of the Most High, from whom they sinned while they were alive, and before whom they are to be judged in the last time. Y'all, when it says, and shall wither with fear at seeing the glory of the Most High, y'all, that makes me feel so good to know that the Pope is so afraid. Not only this recent Pope that died, but all of them niggas. All of the people who did the nation of Israel dirty thousands of years ago, all the way up to now. They did horrible things to us. Nobody ever went to jail. These niggas just died of regular death, not even knowing they're going to go into the spirit realm. You just read what's happening to all of those people, y'all. We have many, 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 many enemies. That's what's happening to all of our enemies who are in the spirit realm. We just read about it. Man, that makes me feel good. And I'm sure somebody was edified out there today. Son of Yah says Pope Francis is in hell. Eating, drinking is God's blood. Bring it out, Yeah, they don't tell you everything. They just told you he's in torments. You can only imagine the things that are being done. And there are evil, foul spirits. I'm sure those evil spirits are probably having fun right now with the Pope. The Most High knows how to get you back. All that slavery, all the transatlantic slavery, all the zillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that they've made from these religions, that they made from slavery, all the lands that they stole from us, all the brainwashing that they did, the poisoning of us. Was it worth it? When you get into that spirit realm, that's all I want to know. Is it worth it? Earth Healing Angel says, it baffles me, the abomination of Christians taking dead bodies into their so-called sanctuaries is not Yah's house. I have been talking with my sister and brother, telling them C is the same Tammuz. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Satanic, sis. Earth Healing Angel says, our people were screaming and crying over Tammuz in the temple. Isn't that the same way they do in church, crying after JC? Ezekiel saw their abomination. Nothing has changed. All facts, sis. Earth Healing Angel says, correction, JC is Tammuz. We got you, sis. We got you. We got Stormy Weather in here. Stormy Weather says fire emoji, laughing emoji. And you know what, Stormy Weather? It's been a while, but I do think I've seen Stormy Weather in here before. Stormy Weather, I hope that you are subscribed to the channel, because I definitely want to say I've seen you here before. That name definitely stands out and it sounds familiar, Stormy Weather. But you know, everything we saying is true, Stormy Weather. And the weather is definitely getting stormy for everybody who came against God's chosen people. Now it's time to ante up. Time to get taken out. Just like the Pope. The Most High God killed the Pope. Somebody got to stop these wicked idolaters. You seen one Pope, you seen them all. There's no such thing as a good Pope or a righteous Pope. This is that JC crap. JC ain't nothing but a Pope. A human being who claims he can forgive your sin. That's all the Pope is. A liar, a blasphemer, an idolater who got what was coming to him. The Most High killed him. Stormy Weather said, yep. Stormy Weather says, yep. Salute. Salute to you, Stormy Weather. That's right. What a time to be alive, y'all. So whenever you want to wonder what's happening to certain kind of people, like the Pope, people who hate God's laws, this is what's going to happen to you. Stormy Weather says bars. This is what's going to happen to people who hate the Most High's laws. The people who hate his laws, if you hate his chosen people, you can rest and assure immediately, the very second your body gives out, I'm talking within 0.3 seconds of you dying, you're going to immediately go into torments. You're going to be forever grieving and forever sad, and you're going to be scared out of your mind. You're going to wither with fear. Can you imagine being dead and being alive in the spirit realm for 2,000 years, 3,000 years in the spirit realm, waiting on the Most High to end the world, knowing that this whole time you're just withering in fear in the spirit realm for thousands of years, shaking in fear, terrified. Do you know what it means to wither in fear? That is the highest level of fear. I'm telling you right now, you can't understand that. You can't understand it because you still got a body. These niggas don't have bodies. So imagine what it will be without a body to wither in fear. You don't want that smoke, Hebrew. You don't want that smoke. Earth Healing Angel says, did you hear in their Catholic prophecy that the Pope was going to be the last because it's the end time? I definitely did hear that, Earth Healing Angel. I definitely did hear that. I heard that. And you know what's so funny? It wouldn't shock me if it was, because these people are getting ready to be finished. Earth Healing Angel says, Catholic, Lord, my spelling needs help. Laugh out loud. Nah, Earth Healing Angel, you good. We know what you talking about, fam. And you're right, I definitely did hear about that. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised, because the Most High is getting ready to crush these people, like for real. Stormy Weather says, yes, he is the last one. Oh my goodness. Hey, Stormy Weather. Like I said, I know that I've seen you here before, because I can't forget a name like Stormy Weather. I'm just curious, Stormy Weather. Humor me, Stormy Weather. Are you a man or a woman? And how long have you been on this channel, Stormy Weather? I know it's been a while since I seen you, but a name like that, I can't forget you. I'm like, yo, I seen Stormy Weather before. Are you a man or a woman? And how long have you been here, Stormy Weather? And look, good to see you again. I see you got your laugh on. I saw those laughing emojis. That fire emoji with that laughing emoji. Just curious, Stormy Weather. Are you a man or a woman? And how long have you been here? Good to see you again, though. Earth Healing Angel says, laugh out loud. Okay, Stormy Weather says, been here for months. Okay. All praises to the Most High God, Stormy Weather. Hey, are you a man or a woman, Stormy Weather? Just curious. I'm glad you've been here for months, though. And I know you definitely something about this channel, about the brothers and the sisters resonate with you, or you definitely wouldn't be here for months, that's for sure. Always good to see you, Stormy Weather. Abiyah says, maybe the Black Pope is coming on the scene, who is the real Pope. Now, you know what? Abiyah, wouldn't that be something? Hey, y'all, we are living in some miraculous times right now, family. Stormy Weather says a woman and about 3 months. Okay, Stormy Weather. Hey, shout out to you, Stormy Weather. I can't forget no name like that. I know that I've seen that name before, because it's just one of them names you can't forget, Stormy Weather. Stormy Weather says laughing emoji. Yeah, you got your laugh on today, didn't you? You got your laugh on today, Stormy Weather. Welcome back again, Stormy Weather. Good to see you here. Good to see all of y'all here. I hope that somebody was edified out there. And y'all notice this too? When we come together, y'all notice at some point, at least once, sometimes it happens more than once, we always get at least one or two good laughs over here, y'all. King David says, about to be groomed for that Antichrist soon. We living in a movie, King David. Living in a movie, y'all. I'm telling you, what's gonna be next is Leviathan getting ready to come up out of the ocean? I'm telling you, at this point, y'all, at this point, anything is possible, y'all. Brace yourselves for impact, y'all. That's all I can tell you, fam. Hold on to the Most High like you never have. Brother J.R. Meadows says, hello, all. That's right. Y'all, I love the brotherhood and the sisterhood. I love it. And you know what? I can see the Most High God strengthening the bond that we have, y'all. I know y'all see it. I know y'all feel it. It's spiritual, ain't that what the Messianics say? It's spiritual, But this is spiritual. I notice y'all can feel it too. Abiah says, my sister and I are getting shy. I hope that we are not talking too much in the chat. Abiah, absolutely not, Abiah. This is family. Everybody in here, you guys and gals can talk as much as you want. Look, that's why we go live. We want everybody to talk as much as they want. For a lot of us, this is the only place that we can actually come and talk and be honest and tell the truth without being shunned, without being ridiculed, without being mocked, without being disrespected. Chat away, Abiah. Abiah, the more chats, the better. We want you to leave 100 comments in here, Abiah. Get your chat on. You do not have to be shy. Nobody has to be shy around here. This is why we here, y'all. This family get together, y'all. Chat away. Stormy Weather says, yep, and the Pope is dead. I am dancing about it. That's right. Shout out to Stormy Weather. Getting a dance on. J.R. Meadows says, chat away, people, worldwide. That's right. This is our time, family. No need to be shy no more. No more. Love, 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 sister. See, we're going to take what the Christians tried to destroy and pervert. Love, 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 Abiah. Nothing but love over here, sister. Chat until your heart is content. That's right. Abiah says, Shalom, J.R. Meadows. That's right. Earth-Healing Angel says, Leviathan and Behemoth. A Earth-Healing Angel, people would pass out and give up the ghost if Leviathan and Behemoth suddenly showed up. That's like some old battle with the monsters type stuff right there. The Most High said he had to separate those things, because if those things are near each other, they're probably going to tear up everything. King David says, you remember they were showing that black idol they worship, and niggas was happy, not knowing that idol shot the demon them Freemason camps push. They all in one accord. It's deep. Them leaders sold out. Hey, King David, you are not lying. Them leaders did sell out, and this thing is much, much more deeper than anyone could imagine. Earth-Healing Angel says, thank you. You're welcome. All of you are welcome, y'all. This is the place where you're going to be welcome. This channel is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. This channel is also One of the goals of this channel is to be a spiritual pillow for all of God's chosen ones coming out of this cold, wicked, demonic, satanic world, a place where you can come out of that and come into a spot where you won't be attacked, you won't be ridiculed, you won't be disrespected, you won't be name called because, oh, well, he doesn't agree with everything we said. No. We're all not going to agree on everything until Yahweh himself comes. We read that before, Isaiah 52:8. That's when we'll all agree on everything, not before. This channel is a spiritual pillar. No Hebrew left behind, okay? And you guys and gals chat away. I love it when I see y'all chopping it up in here. This how it is, you know what I'm saying? When it's real family, this is the way it's supposed to be. And we some talkative people. I know I run my big black mouth all the time when I get on here with y'all. And y'all run y'all mouths too, and that is a good thing. Run your mouth. Abiyah says, thank you. Love you all, family. Hey, you are welcome, Abiyah. And we love you too, fam. Stormy Weather says, you cannot mock God, Yahweh. That's right. You mock the Most High God, just know you're going on that hit list and you're going to get hit. Period. Earth Healing Angel says, they haven't seen the real Bigfoot yet. I might pass out too. Laugh out loud. Hey, I feel you, Earth Healing Angel. I feel this world is nothing like what they told us. Everything they told us is all lies. Stormy Weather says they better get ready for it. You got that right, Stormy Weather. They better get ready. Stormy Weather has clapping hand emoji and a fire emoji. That's right. Hey, Stormy Weather. I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate all of y'all. Shout out to everybody that was on this live stream, y'all. Shout out to Stormy Weather. Shout out to Earth Healing Angel. Shout out to Abiyah. Shout out to King David. Shout out to J.R. Meadows. Shout out to Earth Healing Angel. Shout out to Son of Yah. Shout out to Shelly Watkins. And I think that about it, all the ones that commented. And even to the ones on here. Hey, shout out to where the brother at? I saw he was on. I don't see his comment no more. Eli Barrows. Shout out to the homie Eli Barrows. Now, why don't I see his comment on here no more? I don't know, because shout out to brother Joshua the Levite. Shout out to Hazel Woods. And I see all of y'all comments, but where is brother Eli Barrows' comment at? I don't see it. That's very strange. YouTube in here doing that nonsense again. Because I know that brother Eli Barrows was in here, but I don't see. Oh, yeah, I see his comment. Shout out to Eli Barrows. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all are some mighty ones. And hold on, Hebrews. Don't give up. Stay strong. Keep the faith. Keep turning to the Most High God with all your heart, all your mind, soul, and body. And just know, at another time when we come on here, we're going to read what happens to the righteous people. We're going to read what happens to the righteous people, right? When they pass away. It's beautiful. Because all of us are going to go through this. Family, whether you're righteous or wicked, the very second that you leave your physical body, 0.1 milliseconds, things are going to start happening to you. And depending on who you are, it can be good or bad. King David says, we don't got long as people think. They playing with this, still ready to debate about idols. It's about to get busy. I still remember my dream. I got mad and I said, y'all will see, and boom. We can all feel it, King David. We are living in very peculiar times. Stormy Weather says, salute, strength emoji. Appreciate that. Stormy Weather, salute you too. King David says, then a sign pop up, Elijah, a.k.a. before the great trouble day of Yah. Can't make this up. You right, King David. You cannot make that up. Get ready, y'all. Prepare your spirits, y'all. Prepare your spirits to see anything and to be prepared for anything. Anything can happen at any time, family. Stormy Weather goes laughing emojis. Shelly Watkins says, we got this. That's right. We do got this. Stormy Weather says, you got that right. Bring it on. Earth Healing Angel says, at Stormy Weather, sis, keep being you. Your joy is contagious. Laugh out loud. Yeah, it is. Stormy Weather, I can tell you are really having yourself quite the laugh today, and I can tell you are in very good spirits today, Stormy Weather. I can feel that. Earth Healing Angel can feel it. I'm sure everybody else in here can feel it. Your spirit is very contagious. And hey, like the sister said, keep on being you. All of y'all, keep on being y'all. You ain't got to be nobody else. We don't want you to be nobody else. The Most High made you. And every one of you got something special to bring to the table. And the table is in the family house. We in the family house. Doesn't matter what channel we on. When we all come together, we in the family house. Whether we on this channel, that channel, over there, it doesn't matter. Stormy Weather says, clapping emoji, fire emoji, King David. That's right. Stormy Weather says, thank you, Earth Healing Angel. And Stormy Weather says, yes, I am. That's right. And you know what, Stormy Weather? That's what I like to see. That's what we all like to see. And like Earth Healing Angel said, that spirit is contagious. You're going to make me have a good night tonight. You're going to help other brothers and sisters have a good night. Beautiful, y'all. King David says, word, and the way it's going, have to be real cautious every day. Don't want to be caught red-handed watching porn and etc. when y'all come in the act of sinning, because he said it be suddenly, might be at work. And King David, you ain't lying, King David. You are not lying. And King David, you know what? That's a very serious thing you just talked about, brother. At some point, I'm probably gonna I'm gonna do a whole live stream and we're gonna talk about that right there, because that is serious. I remember one time, just when I was a Messianic, right? I was a Messianic. I was quote unquote dating this woman, right? So that topic came up, right? Porn, masturbation, stuff like that, which people don't like to talk about, but it's very real. And a lot of people struggle and deal with it every day. And when I told her that topic came up, and she was like, well, what are your thoughts about porn and masturbation, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, well, of course I've seen porn before, yeah. But I was like, I don't watch porn. I did watch porn before. Yes, I had. Just like most everybody had. I'm not going to lie and say I haven't. I was like, I don't engage in that kind of activity. And as far as masturbating, I said, nah, I'm not going to be jerking off or beating my meat or whatever, right? Now, look, I have a different stance on something now. Maybe if you got a woman that's your wife, who am I to tell you that you can't masturbate to your wife? That's ridiculous. But we ain't talking about that. We're talking about watching porn. So I was like, nah, I don't do that, and I don't beat off to porn. She was like, she looked at me like she seen a ghost. She was like, what? She was like, most niggas beat off. I was like, yeah, I know. I said, I'm not most niggas. And I was like, well, she was like, well, do you mind if I ask, like, why are you so adamant against that? I said, well, here it is. Remember, y'all, I was a Messianic at this point. So I believed in Yahushua. I told her I didn't want Yahushua to come back and catch me watching porn and jerking off. That's what I told her. Not knowing it's the Most High God who we got to be worried about, but it goes for that as well. I would hate for Yahweh to come back, and when he comes back to this earth, as he comes back, I'm online watching porn, jerking off. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? You actually think you're gonna get into the kingdom if Yahweh shows up while you got your joint in your hand jerking off? You already know what's gonna happen, right? You're gonna be like, oh, I'm about to, and then Yahweh gonna come back and put you to death. Look, not to mention, I told y'all when you watching porn and you jerking off, there's an invisible spiritual demon right there in that room with you, on her knees with her mouth open. Yeah, ready to succeed you, if you know what I mean. Where do you think those 300 million unborn souls go that's in your sperm? Have you ever thought about that? Think about that next time you want to watch porn and jerk off. There's an invisible succubus demon on her knees, mouth wide open, ready to swallow 300 million unborn souls. I got a question for you. Because your sperm is just like your physical body. It's physical, but your spirit is in that sperm. Those unborn children, those spirits are alive. That's why when you look at sperm under a microscope, it's wiggling back and forth. Where do those 300 or 400 million unborn souls go when you was jerking off, watching porn, and you busted your semen? I know where the sperm went. The sperm went wherever you busted your sperm at. But where did those 300, 400 million spirits go? Could they be in the belly of a fucking demon? That succubus demon, that invisible demon on her knees when you watch porn, ready to receive your unborn kids into the spiritual realm. And that is not the kingdom of heaven that they're going to. You bet. Think about that next time you think about that. This is serious, y'all. It's not a game. And I don't know how we got on that topic, but since we was there, I had to bring it out. That's serious. Some people got hundreds and 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 millions of unborn children got swallowed by a succubus. Sound confirmation. Did you hear that sound confirmation, Hebrew? And you're not going to find that in no book. But that is what's happening. You better understand that that's what's happening. King David says, same to you at Earth Healing Angel and Stormy Weather Strength emoji. That's right. Hold up. My bad. I skipped some. My bad. My bad. I missed some. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Stormy Weather says, God is good. Yes, he is, Stormy Weather. He's great. Like Tony the Tiger says. Stormy Weather says, you are not to participate in those other things. Bring it out, Stormy Weather. Bring it out. King David says, 100. Niggas lying if they come on this chat and say they have it. Hell yeah, they lying. Hell yeah. Earth Healing Angel says, it's great to be so mindful of living righteous. Keep up the good work at King David Psalm 144. That's right. That's right. J.R. Meadow says he sees all either way. Laugh out loud. Yes, he does. Shelly Watkins says laughing emoji. Stormy Weather says your spirit will tell on you. Laughing emoji. Hey, Stormy Weather, you are 100% right. King David says, same to you at Earth Healing Angel and at Stormy Weather. Son of Yah says Kim Kardashian. Oh, yes. Kim Kardashian is definitely a whore. There's no other way around it. Earth Healing Angel says masturbation. whether by women or men, is wasting seed in marriage or not. From my practitioner, in it also very unhealthy for the body, and a man may lose all of his ability later to have children. Wow. Y'all hear that? Shout out to Earth Healing Angel for bringing forth that wisdom and knowledge with that healing advice, that healing spirit right there. Y'all see that? Shout out to Earth Healing Angel for dropping gems. Stormy Weather says laughing emoji. Earth Healing Angel says thank you. That's right. Stormy Weather says, I am not thinking of those things. I have better things to do than beat off. Hey, I feel you, Stormy Weather. I feel you, Stormy Weather. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, speaking of beating off, did y'all hear about the nigga in Arizona, y'all? This happened like a couple of weeks ago, I guess. This dude went through like a drive-through coffee spot in Arizona where the women serve coffee in bikinis. This nigga pulled up to the drive-through with no pants on, beating off in the drive-through. The workers in the drive-through caught him on camera, and once he realized he was on camera, he tried to speed off. They put that joint on social media. That dude ended up committing suicide like a day and a half after that. Wrote his wife a letter. He said, "Baby, I don't know why I did what I did. I can't face you and the kids. I'm out of here." And he blew his brains out. It's crazy, y'all. Look, remember this, then I'm gonna let y'all go. Other than the Most High God Himself, sexual life force energy is the most powerful energy on planet Earth. Everybody has it because you're a human being. But here's the thing. Sexual life force energy, if you can't control it, it will destroy you. King David says, and turning the lights off ain't making it no better. Got that lotion and Diddy oil rubbing them hands like Birdman. And boom, like lightning and a mighty voice. Oh my, hey, yo, I would be terrified. I told y'all when I was a Messianic, I told that girl, she was like, so you don't never beat off nothing like that? I said, I would be lying if I told you I've never done that. That would be a lie. But I said, no, I don't watch porn. I don't beat off. She looked at me like, he's an alien. She said, you mind telling me why? Like, can you elaborate? Like, she really was blown back. And I said, look, like I was telling you, Shawty, I'm an Israelite. One day, God is going to send you Yahushua. That's what I told this kid. God is going to send you Yahushua. And when He does, I don't want to be watching porn beating my meat when Yahushua comes to the earth. And then she looked at me. The look on her face was priceless. And she said, since you put it that way, I understand. But just think about that, though. Think about if the Most High was to come back and literally while He comes back, you are beating your meat. You know what's going to happen to you? Because look, 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, if a nigga is out there beating his meat, 9 times out of 10, he's not having thoughts of purity. I can almost certainly assure. Shelly Watkins says at King David, Psalms 144. True. Stormy weather. Laughing emoji. Kim can miss me. King David says, damn, I couldn't see that post. Crazy. And yeah, because it's meant for the spouse and overdoing it will hurt you. All facts. It'll destroy you. Stormy Weather said, yeah, that sounds about right. Yep. J.R. Meadow says, laugh out loud. What a nerd. Stormy Weather says, it will kill you if you do not get control of your body. All facts. All facts. Earth Healing Angel says, laughing emoji. My Yasharal family is amazing and very colorful. I love it. Hey, y'all, I got to say, this live stream then took on all kind of twisted turns today. We done did some reading, some edification, some laughing, some joking. Like, I feel like we done almost been out of the fake amusement park or something today, y'all. King David says, damn, bro had a serious gooning problem. That stuff is serious. Dudes will BK their best friend over that stuff. It's real. Sex is top one ranking spiritual thing. Facts. Hey, look, that's the word I was looking for. Gooning. That's what they called it. When I saw that joint about that dude who pulled up to that place in Arizona, they said his death was death by goonicide. And for those of you who don't know what gooning is, I just became familiar with quote unquote gooning like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Gooning apparently is when someone wears their sexual deviancy on their sleeve. And this dude pulled up to a drive-through coffee place. You know, like how Hooters is about scantily clothed women serving food. This coffee place is about women in bathing suits serving coffee. So he pulled up. Apparently, he was a regular. This nigga pulled up with no pants on and was beaten off. He was smiling at first, thought it was a game, until he realized he was being recorded. And then he tried to speed off, but they already had him. They put that joint on social media. A day and a half later, he blew his brains out. And they said death by goonicide. I said, what the hell? I'm telling y'all, sexual life force energy. Every man and woman has it. If you can't control yours, it will destroy your life. Like King David says. Where's that comment that King David had? Damn, bro had a serious gooning problem. Yes, he did. King David says, and studies show more than half them women be trans women. So you beaten off to homosexuality porn. So that's abomination. Yeah. And they're sneaking that in there to make it even worse. It's like a double abomination. Y'all, this world is so diabolical, y'all. And do you know who invented porn? The people who pretend to be us, the ish. Yeah, did y'all know that? The ish invented porn. Earth Healing Angel says, to be honest, masturbation for both male and female is low vibrational. When we raise our vibrations, you will overcome. We must. That's the only way, y'all. We must. We can't be low vibrational creatures any longer. And that's one of the biggest ways that they get us to be trapped into lower vibrations is to only operate from your genitals. Now look, sexual life force energy is real, of course, but beating off it's a whole nother. You know what? Maybe one day we'll have to come on here and do a whole live about beating off. And especially niggas out here, you beating off watching porn and then you have an orgasm. I told you that spiritual demon is on her knees, rubbing her hands like Birdman with her mouth wide open so she can swallow your hundreds of millions of unborn souls. What do you think she's doing with them souls? Have you ever thought about that? You better think about next time you think about beating off out there, you better think about that. And if you are beating off and you about to, whatever you about to do, you about to bust. Right before you bust, you better remember there's a demon right there on her knees in front of you. And all of your kids, as if you care about your unborn kids, where do they go once they get swallowed by that succubus demon? If you care. Earth Healing Angel. Okay, no, we read that one. King David says, they not showing Earth chat on my end, but as long as I see there, it's cool. That's crazy. Y'all see how wicked YouTube is? YouTube wicked as hell. King David says, and studies show more than half of it. Okay, no, we read that. Stormy Weather said, new moons. Okay, yeah. Are you saying that new moons can make people want to do that sometimes? Is that what you're saying, Stormy Weather? Not quite sure. King David says, they not showing Earth chat on my end, but as long as I see this, cool. That's crazy that they doing that, y'all. Completely Key, what's good, fam? Completely Key says both physical and spiritual destruction when vibrating on such a low sexual frequency. All facts. All facts, Completely Key. And see, that's something that we talked about that before too. We'll do it again later. When visitors visit your bedroom, invisible visitors visit your bedroom. You got invisible spirits out here that are sexual deviants. Believe it or not, it may sound crazy, y'all, but it's not. It's not made up. It's true. Invisible spirits out here, perverts. I cannot make this up. Completely Key says the world has our people out here food. They selling sexual freedom like it's the thing to do. Yeah, they are. And it's destroying the whole nation. Completely Key says, hey, fam. What up, Completely Key? Hope all is well. Hope you're having a great day. Great evening, should I say. Great night. Stormy Weather says, no. The reason why we feel so good is because of the new moons. Got you. Got you. That's what you were saying. Okay. Okay. Hey, Stormy Weather, are you saying, is today a new moon? Is it a new moon today, Stormy Weather? Or are you just in such a great mood today? Because I can tell for sure, Stormy Weather, you are in a very good mood. You know what? And I would like to think that has something to do with all of the Hebrews hanging out right now, rubbing off on each other, feeling each other's vibe, energy, and spirit. King David says, I think that spiritual stuff is real. I know for a fact I was chilling, laying down, and I felt something walking on my bed. And it was just me. So no telling what happened when you on that stuff we can't see. Facts, King David. No lie. The spirit realm is very real, and it scares the hell out of most people. Well, family, I hope that everybody was edified. Hope you enjoyed it. Stormy Weather says last week we had a red moon. Okay. And yeah, the moon definitely plays a big role in effects on people's mood and spirit. You are right, Stormy Weather. Fam, I'm going to get ready to let y'all go. Hope everybody enjoyed the live stream. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed y'all as always. Most high willing, I'll see you on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Anybody who came in late, if you didn't see the whole live, go back and check it out. Stormy Weather says, God talks to us in the universe. Stormy Weather, you are correct. And Stormy Weather, you are in the spirit. Yes, you are. Stormy Weather, you have a great evening, fam. Everybody on this live stream, y'all have a wonderful night, y'all. Earth Healing Angel says, in marine witchcraft is exactly what the marine witch and wizards do. As Brother Mr. Real Talk says, those witches go after righteous men to siphon and harvest your energy and steal your destiny. Y'all see this? Hey, y'all, this is heavy, y'all. And this is much more deeper than many of us could ever even fathom. At some point, y'all, we're going to have to come on here and talk about this kind of stuff more. Stormy Weather says, salute. Have a good night. Salute to you, Stormy Weather, and salute to everybody in the live chat. You all have a great night. We got SP. What's going on, SP? SP says, shalom. Headed to the playback. Good to see you, SP, as always, fam. Hope you had a great day today, SP. And go back and check that playback out and let us know what you think, SP. We love you, SP. We love all of yous. King David says, last thing before I head out, get y'all body alkaline to be able to take in what's coming. While y'all was serious about our diet, like Stormy said, energy-based that gamma stuff is real. King David, you ain't never lied. Stormy weather, you ain't lied neither. You know what? Like I said earlier in this stream, I'm so thankful for y'all. I'm so blessed and privileged and honored to just even be around y'all, let alone be able to talk with y'all in real time. This is an honor to me. Earth Healing Angel says, King David, 100. SP says, much love to the fam, heart emoji. SP, you know we love you, sis. Heart loving emoji to you too. Love to everybody in the chat or on the playback. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk. I love everybody that's in here, whether you made a comment or not. You stuck it out with us all this time, almost 2.5 hours. You over here for a reason, and I love you. And we all love you. We all love, brother. King David says 100. Top X, I'm gone. Top X, brother King David. Top X to you all. Completely Key says at King David. That's right. Shout out to Completely Key. Shelly Watkins says heart loving emoji 3 times. Heart loving emoji right back at you, Shelly Watkins. We love you. Completely Key says shalom. Purple heart loving emoji. Shalom to you, Completely Key. And heart loving emoji right back at you. And heart loving emoji to everybody that's in the Chizat. Melissa Yisrael in the building. Melissa Yisrael says meteor shower tonight, fam. Get out of here, Melissa Yisrael. You know what? No wonder why. It's a certain kind of spirit in the live chat tonight. I can feel no matter what we all might be going through, I can kind of feel that everybody's kind of in a good mood tonight. Even though we might be going through a lot of hell in our personal life, in our family life, in our work life, in our neighborhood, whatever kind of strife you're going through, at least for the moment, I can tell and feel for the most part, everybody's feeling good right now. I don't know if that got something to do with the meteor showers or not. Could be something in those meteor showers. Y'all know they lie about everything. And meteor showers might not just be what they told us. I'm just saying they lie about everything. And different rocks. Last I checked, a meteor was a rock. Last I checked, rocks and stones potentially affect the way people feel. I'm just saying. The time we in, I question everything, God. I don't let little things go for granted no more. Those days are over. I question everything. And since I serve the Most High God and Him alone, I just know to serve Him and Him alone and keep His laws. It's not a sin to question everything, knowing that all the lies we've been fed. I did not know it was a meteor shower tonight. Very interesting. Shout out to you, Melissa Yisrael. And shout out to everybody who was in here on this live stream tonight. Y'all always make my day when I get to hang out with y'all. Y'all are very smart, filled with wisdom. I'm honored, blessed, and privileged to know y'all. And like I said, to be able to actually talk with y'all in live time. Y'all are not regular people. And y'all could have been anywhere else this last 2.5 hours, but y'all been over here with a nigga like me. And I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all for that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, family. Until the next time, family. Earth Healing Angel says, at Mr. Real Talk, please drain your lymphatic for your knees. You know what, Earth Healing Angel? I guess I'll Google that or YouTube that and see what I can do. How do I go about doing something like that? I'm going to look into that, Earth Healing Angel. Thank you for that information. One of our healers over here, y'all. Goodness gracious. Shout out to all of y'all family. Tav X, Purity, and Becoming One family. Most High willing, I'll see y'all on the next one. Earth Healing Angel says, I will send resources. Hey, Earth Healing Angel, I thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. You are the best. Thank you so much for that, sis. And I got to point this out. Earth Healing Angel and everybody else on this channel, whether it's a man or woman, it doesn't matter. Do y'all notice that the people on this channel are always so quick to jump in and lend a helping hand with like whatever it is we got going on? Do y'all notice that? That's that love for the brotherhood and the sisterhood that the Most High has placed in us, y'all. That's why we can come over here for 2 hours and 22 minutes. 222. Can't make this up. Earth Healing Angel says, all praises to the Most High. That's right. I love y'all, family. Tav X, purity and becoming one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.